What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into Wolverine issue number 37. We have Wolverine teaming up with the Hulk. And with Krakoa fallen, Logan has nowhere to turn. He has nowhere to go. He is alone. He is being hunted. And while all of these problems are huge at play, Wolverine also has some of his own problems. There are 3 Wolverine clones out in the world, and Logan plans to hunt every single one of them down and take them out of commission. Now, make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we are picking up with Logan traveling all over, not staying in one spot for too long, finding himself alone again, hated again. But this doesn't only apply to him, it is to all of mutant kind. They are all being hunted, and it is all because of Orcus. And Logan will be the first to admit that they probably deserved a little heat, especially considering everything that Beast had stirred up. But he is now living in a time of exile. As we pick up in Washington, D.C., his friend Jeff Bannister, probably the only person that he can count on in this moment. Or maybe it's just that he feels like this is the only person he can trust. Regardless, Jeff has connections that are going to help him out greatly, with Orcus threatening to kill 10 mutants for every X-Men that they find on Earth. He's gotta go find these Pharaoh clones. That is 30 human lives that could be extinguished if these guys are found. And this is where Jeff comes into play. With his connections and access, he is able to track them across the globe. Anytime a Wolverine may show their face, Jeff is gonna be able to pick it up. Now, as it stands, Wolverine doesn't have any leads. He doesn't know where to go or even where to start looking. But then he thinks to himself, where would I go? This is what takes him to Canada, the old family estate. As he pulls up and begins to examine the property, what he finds is skeletons, bones scattered across. In the area, there have been handfuls of missing person reports. There has also been rumors of monsters. Now, he doesn't know if this was hunger or maybe rage, but Wolverine, or at least some version of him, he really made a mess of things. And he's out here eating human flesh. In these dark northern woods, there is said to be a curse that takes hold of any person that may eat their fellow man. And that is the curse of the Wendigo. This is when from a cave we see the Wolverine Wendigo come out ready to take down Logan. Not only is Wolverine fighting himself, but he is fighting himself times 50. Based on this guy's size and brute strength, Wolverine thinks it's best to go inside, to get inside the estate and try to use the hallways to his advantage. As Wolverine runs in, the Wendigo is able to grab hold of him. It grabs his leg and it slams him outside. Before you can even blink, it is raising Wolverine above its head and it rips Wolverine in half. The creature gloating in its victory, holding the pieces of Wolverine in hand. What it was not expecting was another monster. What it was not expecting was the Hulk. As the Hulk comes in and he just lays down some hate. We pick up a little bit later. Though we don't get to see the fight, we do see the mangled body of this Wolverine. With Banner now currently in control, Wolverine's 2 halves have healed back together, and Wolverine has to wonder, what the heck are you doing here? And the 2 of them, they're here for the same reason. They're hunting monsters. Now, in the Incredible Hulk line, we have seen this happening. All of the monsters across the globe have been hunting for the Hulk. The Hulk has decided that he's gonna start hunting monsters. In this situation, it was pure coincidence that the Hulk just happened to be here. Being able to sense the monster, that's what he was going for. And so Logan and Banner, they decide that they're gonna go hunting for these clones together. This is what takes us over to Japan, an area that is very familiar to Wolverine, but an area that everybody stays away from, because this is the Dead Forest of Japan, said to be a cursed place. As they walk into the forest, mysterious individuals pop up in the shadows. Logan and Banner, neither of them see the individuals hiding in the trees. Before either of them can react, poison darts hit both of their bodies. This drops them like a sack of potatoes, knocking both of them clean unconscious. And when the 2 of them come to, they find themselves tied up and individuals doing some kind of ritual, what is referred to as the Ghost Sect. These guys looking like some cult members. They have one of the feral Wolverines, and what they have been doing is killing him over and over and over again, taking his blood and piercing that blood into their own. They're drinking this feral Wolverine's blood. Apparently, this is making what is dead undead, that it has the properties of bringing people or preventing people from dying. And so they believe that they have locked immortality. And with Wolverine looking identical to the feral version of himself, they believe that these two are more blessings, that these will also help extend their life or maybe give them other gifts. And when Logan tries to break free, we see everything go sideways. One of these cult members, they stab Banner in the neck, and in a matter of seconds, the Hulk arrives. As the Hulk begins to smash, the feral Wolverine, he appears to be trying to help these people, trying to force his own blood down their mouths as they're dying. No matter how misguided, he really does want to help people. This one is definitely more of a mercy killing. With the help of the Hulk, we see this feral Wolverine smashed to bits, with 2 clones down and 1 more to go. That is what takes us to Madripoor. Now this Wolverine's a little bit different. Somehow this feral Wolverine has made its way to the top of Madripoor crime, going under the persona of Patch, one of the old identities of Wolverine. Using his reputation, he was able to muscle his way to the top, but something didn't add up here. And so as they go to investigate Wolverine on the casino floor, we have some guards that grab hold of him, while Banner tries to sneak in through security. They're taking Logan back to where he belongs, or at least that's what they're telling him. Banner sneaks into a room with a lavish party going on, but then a sword at his neck. At this point, Logan has run into the feral Wolverine, and as he starts taking out the guards, this is where we have the arrival of Banner and Solemn, because Solemn has been behind everything here. He has been using the little meat puppet that is Wolverine to make his way to the top of Madripoor, having the Muramasa blade, a blade that can cut through adamantium. He tells Wolverine to stand down or Banner's gonna get it. And at this point, he doesn't actually know that this is Banner. But when the names come out, Solemn finds it very interesting that he has Bruce Banner right here in his grasp. As we pick up a little bit later, Wolverine's still in handcuffs. Him and Solemn are having a conversation, but they also stand above a coliseum. We have our feral Wolverine and we have Banner in the arena. And Wolverine really is trying to let him know that you can't do this, that you gotta get Banner out of there. But the only reason that he isn't even trying to reason with Solemn is because Banner begged him to. This isn't gonna end the way that Solemn wants it to. Anybody that's in the same room as the Hulk has a good chance of being just smashed down to pieces. It's like throwing them into a meat grinder. But of course, Solemn doesn't listen. But with the fight beginning, Wolverine making the first blow, stabbing Banner in the back, that is when the Hulk comes out. And the Hulk begins to smash. Wolverine pleading with Solemn to let him loose, to try and go and calm him down. And so Solemn does so. He breaks him free of his chains. But Wolverine takes the opportunity to smash him in the face, grab the Muramasa blade, and jump down, with the feral Wolverine being thrown into the stands. Wolverine takes the Muramasa blade and he takes out the feral Wolverine, making an awesome Highlander reference, saying that there can be only one. That's when the Hulk looks to Wolverine, telling him that he didn't ask for this, that he's just as bad as Banner, and if he sees Wolverine again, he will envy the Wendigo's fate. And so in all the chaos, Wolverine is able to make an escape for the casino. In the weeks to come, he will hear from Banner, simply telling him to be careful. When it comes to his clones, the first one, it was vicious. It was nothing more than an animal. The second one was a literal bleeding heart. The third was drunken, power-hungry, and nothing more than a brute. There's 100 different monsters inside of all of us. Logan doesn't know if he's the best one, but he's the last one. And now that the clones are out of the way, it is time for him to focus on the real enemy. It is time for him to bring down Orcus and bring back mutant kind. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. For those of you that are wondering, we did not cover issue number 36. That really had to do with the Weapons of Vengeance, the Ghost Rider, little team-up tie-in thing going on. We didn't cover that story. It's not really relevant to anything going on. So I felt like that one was okay to skip, especially considering everything that we have been covering, trying to keep up with it all. We're going to skip one here and there, and it's not going to be a big deal. But no, this issue was really good. It's cleaning up this whole Wolverine clones idea, and now we're moving on to the big big problems. Wolverine is going to be 100% focused on taking down Orcus. He's going to do this by any means possible. And Logan, he's usually like a more of a solo guy. He likes to do things alone. And I'm hoping that we get some more of that. Now, he had already talked about before the fall of Krakoa that he wanted to take a step back, that he wanted to back away from Krakoa and everything going on because he didn't feel like things were moving in the right direction. He felt like things were wrong. Add Beast into the equation, and it really was just the icing on the cake, the straw that broke the camel's back. Fortunately for mutant kind, Wolverine wasn't on the island, and he may be one of the strongest weapons moving forward, what is left of mutant kind here on Earth, what is left of the resistance, to fight against Orcus and bring them down. Now, I say all of that to say that we can definitely expect some team-ups. While he may work alone, there's so many out there like Unity that are trying to do something. If you've seen the previews for the next issue, we can see that the cover's got Captain America on it. So the likelihood that he's going to be teaming up with Cap, at least for a little bit, those chances are very high. But new story arc for Wolverine, excited to see the direction that it goes. Let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get completely caught up on everything going on with Wolverine, go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything going on with his series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership, much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you're unable to do that, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.